In our top story this hour, the trial of Pastor Timothy Omotoso has been postponed yet again after Judge Irma Schoeman dismissed his defense team's application for a new authorization certificate. The trial will commence on Monday. But for the latest on this story, let us cross live to our reporter Jayed-Leigh Paulse, who is at the Port Elizabeth High Court. Jade, good afternoon to you once again. Yet another postponement, but it looks like things will start to take place. The proceedings will take place on Monday.
A very good afternoon, Palesa. Well, I think if the viewers thought that we would see any witnesses take to the stand in the next few weeks, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Judge Irma Schoeman has dismissed the application of the jurisdiction. You would know that the defense brought an application saying that the Port Elizabeth High Court did not have jurisdiction to hear all the offences in the indictment. There are 64 main charges and 34 alternative charges placed against Timothy Omotoso and his two co-accused, Lusando Solani and Zukiswa Sito. And we heard Judge Irma during her ruling, Palesa, saying that the reason why she's dismissing the application is because during the two pre-trial conferences, the defense did not indicate that they were not happy with the jurisdiction matter, as well as also when they addressed during the two pre-trial conferences, when they addressed Timothy Omotoso on the matter, he himself did not say that he was not happy with the Port Elizabeth High Court hearing all the offences, but also saying there that the Port Elizabeth High Court has to be centralized to hear the cases, because if she had swayed in the defense's case, we would have had a situation where the Western Cape High Court would be called to hear some of the trial, the Mthatha High Court, Palesa, as well as the Gauteng High Court, as several of the offences occurred elsewhere in the province. So merely saying that this would have prolonged the trial and that Timothy Omotoso would have been years behind bars before actually hearing his trial. So basically saying that this court, the Port Elizabeth High Court, has the jurisdiction to hear all the offences, including the one in Israel, and that the matter will sit in this court. But we also did see the defence, Peter Doberman, coming out strongly saying that he will request for leave to appeal. He wants to study the judgment and then he's going to take it to the Grahamstown High Court. Palesa.
But now, this appeal by the defense, Jade, this may mean more delay. The trial may not continue then if the defense is set to appeal today's judgment.
So basically, when we sit on Monday, we will hear whether the defense will actually apply for leave to appeal and approach the Grahamstown High Court. Thereafter, it will probably take another few weeks and months, because there are also indications on the cards that if they don't come right at the Grahamstown High Court, they will also go to the Supreme Court of Appeal. And we've seen these delays over the trial, Palesa. This is not the first time. We saw with the recusal of the former judge Mandela Makahula, the defense played the same cards. They went through the Grahamstown High Court, the Supreme Court of Appeal, and even ended up in the Constitutional Court. So we foresee that this is not going to be an overnight delay. It's going to be prolonged. And like I said earlier, if viewers believe that any of the witnesses would have taken to the stands in the couple of weeks now, it's definitely a no-go. We will not be seeing any of the witnesses taken to the stand because of this delay that we have seen now, and a possible, leave for appeal by the defense.
Yeah. Now, just in conclusion, late, we see a number of women there. I think it's ANC Women's League behind you, and we hear a song as well on the background. Talk to us about the situation currently outside court and perhaps the reaction to this dismissed application by the defense.
Well, rightfully so. The ANC Women's League is right behind me. I'm just going to move out of shot. Natasha can show you. They have been at the forefront, standing steadfast and affirming their support for the victims in the match, the alleged victims and the witnesses that are yet to take to the stand. And they are very happy. They were caucusing here earlier on, saying that they are very happy with the outcome, that they're very happy with Judge Irma Schoeman as well. It is Women's Month this month, so I think they're really standing steadfast and affirming their support for women in this trial. But on the opposite end of this road, Palesa, we do see the Timothy Omotoso supporters as well. That is the Jesus Dominion International Church members, and they have been coming out in their numbers. What you're seeing now is a very small group, but earlier on this group was multiplied, and they have been standing behind their pastor, Timothy Omotoso, and saying that he could not have committed these crimes, saying that, Daddy is a righteous man, he's a leader, and they have basically brought, or the state has basically brought 30 women to come and lie against their pastor. So we've seen to the factions throughout the trial pledging their support for their various parties.
All right, Jade, that's where we'll leave it for today. We'll get in touch with you again on Monday to see what transpires. Our reporter, Jayed-Leigh Paulse, reporting live from the Port Elizabeth High Court, where the pastor Timothy Omotoso's case has been postponed yet again. We've seen Judge Irma Schoeman dismissing the defense's application for a new authorization certificate. This means that the entire trial will take place at the Port Elizabeth High Court, but Jade, they're explaining that the defense has already indicated their intention to appeal the decision.